But also, instead of looking at it like that, you should also think about what you did right. That is even more important than the things you need to improve on.
Yeah.
If your kid does the dishes, you would say, good job, right? Positive reinforcement. Why wouldn't you do it to yourself if you're doing it to your kid? We work the same way. Hello.
Hello.
How are you
Thank
doing?
you very I appreciate it.
I got you.
I'm doing
I
good.
got you. What would you like to improve on?
I would like to learn how to review my own games better.
How to review games better. The first thing is never-ending goal that you can track no matter the situation. Making the goals can be a bit hard because you need to have some sort of game knowledge to know. But any goal that doesn't stop with, okay, I want to hit Challenger. Oh, I want to hit 100 CS. Like, it's bullshit that it has an ending point doesn't actually give you anything. But let's say, for example, this is the guy that I'm coaching to rank 1 right now. Like planning goal, like what's next, always having a plan and then breaking it down into the next sequence. So for example, we start the game, we think, okay, how do I want to play lane? Then how do I want to play early lane? Like, how do I want to play my first base? Then when you base, you need to think, okay, where do I want to open on the map? And what's the bot lane wave state? Like, where do I want to move, right? So for example, you could have 2 goals. One could be, I'm just giving an example here, lane goal. And then you can have one called roam timers. Like, this is just random shit, but you can make your own stuff. It doesn't take a lot. It just requires you to think a little bit about your games. So roam timers would be roaming according to bot wave state. And this could be a goal. Just a very simple goal. And then lane goal could be punishing enemy spell usage and playing according to the 2v2. Something like that. And let's say this would be the goals. Then I would basically go into the game just looking at that. And then once it's over, you stop. So when goals, let's say lanes, it's only these 2 goals, which would be ending at 12 minutes or so when lane is over. When goal is done, stop bot review. Because now if you keep reviewing, you're working on something that you don't know that you're essentially working on, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I would say to that.
Yeah, I feel like I get quite overwhelmed. Like, I think, oh, there's so much I could improve on. I need to try and do everything at once, and then you don't make it.
100%. 100%. Like, the less is more. Especially if you're like, let's say right now you're a Janna OTP. If you're Janna OTP, you don't need to think about your champion because you know everything about your champion. If not everything, you know most of the stuff, the important stuff, which gives you a lot more room to think about how to play the map, how to be at the right place at the right time. And one thing, like, I feel. Go.
Sorry.
No, go.
I was gonna say, I feel a bit like I struggle with how volatile things can be, especially in low elo. Like, I struggle to know what's gonna happen sometimes because I feel like there's a lot of randomness. And as a support, I don't necessarily have too many of my own win cons. But yeah.
One thing, like,
the biggest points.
Janna is really OP at is she moves the map so fast. Right? Like, she's so fast. Do you know what is his name, guys? You need to help me. The Janna OTP that.
Apo?
Yeah, Apo. This guy.
Yeah.
When I play against him, he doesn't play anymore, I think. But he literally.
He does. He's on an account called The Bitter Truth.
Okay. He's literally moving the map all the time, and it's so annoying to play with because play against because there's always like numbers advantage. So he's moving well around the map, and he's always at the right place at the right time. Learn from the best Jannas or whatever champ you play. This is transferable, right? What do they do that I don't do? Why is he, let's say, I don't know, challenger and I am not? Because you're playing the same champion, so you're essentially playing the same game. You're just playing with like voice players, but you're playing the same game, the same champion. So I'm not sure how important it is that, or how useful it is that we look at it. But what I want to do with the time that we have left is I want to basically, we take these 2 random goals that we just literally made, right? And then you make the what's next goal, which is crucial. Always, after a play ends, think about what's next. So let's just take 1 or 2 examples here, and we look at how you want to, how you would basically play based off or how you would review based off the goals that we just made, which are completely random goals, and you would probably need to change them. But maybe not. Maybe they fit perfectly. And the goals, just quickly before we move on, the goals should be made. Goals should be made based off biggest weakness and strengths. Because if you have some strengths, you want to keep them strengths. If you have biggest weaknesses, you want to make them better, right? Because that's where you can get the most value. Let's say What's next is something that just levels up. What's next is a goal that you always have. But for example, your road timers, you got them perfectly down, but your team fighting is poor. Yeah, your positioning. Right, so wait quickly. Reckless and Apple.
Yeah, there's a very confusing thing actually between them is that they both play extremely differently.
Like
obviously they're both
the way they play
incredible.
Janna, or
Yeah, it's so different. So it's like trying to figure out what I should do or like where I fit in because there's so much variance and like possibility.
So
It's just such a big gray area. Yeah.
Reckless plays more lane and Albo plays the map.
Yeah, and Reckless also plays like AP Janna with Zazax and Mandate and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Apple plays like Redemption Moonstone.
Yeah, that's perfect because by having these two different contrasts, you can also decide which one you like more, which one makes the game more fun for you to play.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, I didn't look at it like that, to be fair. I should probably just think like, where do I enjoy the most? Because I'll probably improve faster as well.
Exactly. Instead of trying to master both of them, just think, I like this style more, and this makes the game more fun for me to play. You're not trying to go pro or anything. You're just trying to have the most fun and improve the most you can, right? So which one of them do you prefer? And just go with that one. And maybe later down the line you're like, actually I also want to try the other one, and then you're like, to see how it is, or get a feel for it, and then you just fully shift it. It will be hard to shift because you probably have some habits and whatnot, but look at the style you prefer, and just all in on it.
Yeah, I'm still in the experimentation phase right now, like just changing the builds every now and then and just figuring out stuff. Perfect.
But it has to be like critically thought about, right? It needs to be something that you're like, okay, I want to do this because of this, not just like, oh, you'll go in this game and I just like see what happens,
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look. Lane goal, punishing enemy spell usage, playing according to map. So that would be, we look at the game, and we look at the lane. How do we want to play this lane, do you think? While we're scrolling forward.
So ideally, I'd like to try and take middle bush control, bully rel after the wave, and get prio.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we play push control. We don't want to give it for free, and if we give it, it's because we can get some auto stuff, right? This is really nicely played. Now she's not a champion, so we can just play autos. And we want to get prio, right? So if you need to, instead of walking back and forward, you need to hit the wave.
Yeah.
Because we could have gotten prio here.
I struggle a little bit because I don't know whether. Like sometimes you can push the wave and it goes too far closer to their side. I have a bit of a weird thing about autoing it too much, but then sometimes I lose prio. I'm not sure when to tell when the wave's going to move forward too much more. Let's
fix that right now. So look here, right now we have prio, 100%, because this minion is low, this one is not. Now the problem happens that, look, when do we not have prio? Try to identify it. Try to tell me when. I'm just gonna pause at random times and you tell me.
Well, we don't have prio right now.
Yeah, exactly. Because she has an AoE spell and she doesn't. So
yeah.
There's this moment here where you need to auto, and like now she has no spell, she's useless. Instead of trying to walk back and forward and trying to get the autos on her, you need to auto the wave because that makes up for the fact.
As well.
Exactly. So you're just gonna auto nothing. That will make up for the fact that she has an AoE spell, and you don't. Like the ADC, right?
Yeah, I definitely didn't think about Kaiser Q. Like, I felt like we had prio, and then suddenly we just lost it.
Yeah, exactly.
Really why? Yeah.
Now you know. So very, very important. Like here, it would be 145. Identify that we need to auto wave for prio. And instead of saying I shouldn't, I could have, I didn't, like say what you should have done.
Yeah.
Because the shouldn't, couldn't, wouldn't, don't doesn't help. Okay, and now we don't have prio, right? So they end up having it. We can still fight a bit, but it's not in our control.
I think I should remember griefing here. Yeah, grief right now.
What do you think the problem is?
I walked up too close and got queued because if Rowland's Q on me, she can just W me for free.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that was very well. Like you understand. So it would be 216. Good auto weaver, but I am not respecting. But I'm not respecting the important spell.
Yep.
That I can't cancel. Would be rel Q. Something like that, right?
Yep.
So that would be a way to like do the lane goal. And then let's see. Now, okay, we get this off. This is fine. This is good. Play is over. You need to think what's next. 245 or 249. How? Actually, no. Tell me. What do you think? What do you think we should do?
Could I just see the wave a second?
Yeah, of course.
I guess just insta recall and look where I should open on the map.
Yeah.
I think the wave state's fine to just recall.
I think you should insta recall and then you should go insta bot because this wave is not amazing. We need to be here immediately so that we can play on it.
It's still gonna slow push away.
Exactly. So insta reset. We don't touch wave. Open instantly bot because of wave. And then here would be like for example here we don't have a roam timer, so you could say 249 as well, no roam timer, bot wave.
Yeah.
Right, something like that. And then you cook you in 5-minute time or in 15-minute time. Now the timer's up. You kind of just learned how to use your goals. Make sense?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
I got you. And you can on Patreon this template that I'm using on him is there, but you don't need this. You know, like you can. This is not necessary. You can easily. It's just an easy and nice way, very viewer friendly to get it done, right? But you can just take a notepad and write it yourself. It's just like this is very easy to track and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So this would be the idea. So this is the main goal. This is the one that you focus the most on, and these are priority goals. And then this is a mini goal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna send this to you.
Okay.
Wait. Last thing is track your progress. Use a sheet, notepad, whatever works, and keep it there. Keep it always at hand. Something like that. And you don't have to WOD review every game. For example, you could do one WOD review a day or something.
Yeah.
Make sense?
I think I usually can tell if something felt wrong, then I'll just go and have a little look.
Yeah, but also instead of looking at it like that, you should also think about what you did right. Like it's always like, okay, we want to look at what we didn't do right. We want to look at what went wrong, but you need to positively reinforce the good stuff you're doing. That is even more important than the things you need to improve on.
Yeah.
Makes sense? Because if, let's say, wait, let me think of this analogy. If your kid does the dishes, you would say, good job, right? Like, good job, you did the dishes, nice. Positive reinforcement. Why wouldn't you do it to yourself if you're doing it to your kid?
Yeah, that's true.
Right? Like, we work the same way. If you see, oh shit, this trading pattern was really good, I did a really good job here, then you'll be like, oh, this is nice, I'm gonna try to do it again.
Might try to do that again. Yeah,
Exactly. So it's so important that you look at the good stuff. That's why, for example, with Voxley, we look at every game. I want to tell him the good stuff. I want to tell the stuff we can improve on. It's so important, and it also gives you confidence because you see that you're doing good stuff instead of just I should have improved that.
I lack confidence sometimes, like especially if if maybe it is not in the right play, but like my jungle is pinging me for not doing this random roam, and I'm like, oh damn, did I mess up here? Like, and really start second guessing myself.
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important, because the reason why you might be feeling low confidence is because you feel like you should always be improving.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. For example, we just looked at this game, and we saw how you did a lot of good auto weaving, we just went a bit too far, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you had overall good planning. Like, why wouldn't you give yourself credit for that? It's so important.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
All right, cool. That's it.
Thank you very much, and I'll continue watching the stream.
I got you. I got you. You too. You too. Take care of the family.
Thank you. Thank you. Will do. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Cool guy. Cool guy. I like his voice. Okay, it's so nice listening to this, knowing that I'm already doing a lot of